Hi everybody, my name's Grex Bishop and welcome to my stream. And this is my sort of monthly vlog series called What's Going on Grax. The series where I give you all a view into what's been going on in my life. And I also use this as an opportunity to answer potential questions that you, the public, have given to me. And I'm sure you've missed my face. It's been a long time since I've done one of these. No? Is it because I've been broadcasting virtually every weekend? Let me change that. I'm sure it's been a long time since you've gotten just me, become quite intimate with me. It's been a while. How you all doing? This has been my life for the last couple of weeks. Watching me on the internet. I'm glad you've been joining me. I'm glad you've at least been watching me, and I hope you've been entertained by my antics. Over and over 88. Hello again. Welcome back to my stream. My biggest fan. Wink. 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 See, I haven't got quite the setup working how I wanted to, because I look at the camera. Behind there's a big monitor, and down there is the chat. So it's like I'm looking all over the place. But we'll go on. We'll press on. One day I might get the setup working correctly. Really, I should be putting it underneath the camera. But nobody cares about that. Because the thing is, I should just stream 7 days in a row. I don't know if that's a good idea, to be fair. Because, well, you guys will get bored of me. One of the best things about me is there's lots of me, but I'm not so much that you get sick and tired of me. At least, I hope that's the case anyway. And plus, I don't think Viv would be happy with me ignoring her 7 days of the week every evening just so I can broadcast to the public. It's getting to the point in our relationship where she can only talk to me via the medium of Twitter or Twitch or Facebook or YouTube and all that kind of stuff. You can kiss on the stream. You know what? That might get us one extra subscriber. If my girlfriend and I kissed on the stream, and then be like a kiss, you get to see how we actually kiss. Is it good kissing? Is it bad kissing? Well, frankly, I like the kissing. But enough about me. Let's talk about me. What's going on, Grax? What have you been doing for the past, I want to say 8 weeks? The last time I did one of these was in July, I think. And, Twitchtober. That's an interesting idea. I won't be able to do it this year, and I'll explain why in a moment. So where was I? Yeah, so what's been going on? I haven't done one of these in August, and there's a main reason why I haven't done one of these in August. One of the biggest things that's been going on in my life is I fully moved into my flat. Everything's how I want it to be, with my home office, with the bedroom, with the living room and everything. And, as a bonus thing, my girlfriend's moved in with me. That's right, we now live with each other 7 days of the week, 365 days of the year. And she moved in all her stuff, everything's lined up how we want it to be, including her various cuddly toys and dolls, which are, frankly, a little bit on the intimidating side. I don't know if you've seen it on my Instagram and my Twitter, but I posted them. I think they're quite freakish. She thinks they're quite cute. But I wanted to ask the people, are these dolls cute or freakish? I did a poll, about 5 people answered it, and the majority went with they're quite freakish. But I'll be interested in people watching this potentially on my YouTube. Are these dolls freakish? Let me know in the chat, in the comments section down below. I'm not intimidated by the dolls mainly because Viv will actually protect me. I'm actually safe. Well, it's just that when Andy and Michael here yesterday, and we did like a whole 3.5 hour stream, one of the requests was like, just move the dolls out the way because they're a little bit freaky. She doesn't have a Funko Pop collection. No, PDT, she doesn't. I mean, the only one who does have Funko Pops is me, and they're just 4 of them. Well, 3 and the Shane Helms, Hurricane Helms variation of Funko Pop. But I don't have a huge collection of them. Delicious, delicious alcohol. So yeah, she's actually moved in, and it's all going well. We haven't broken up yet, so that's bound to be a good sign. It's been a month, and we haven't broken up, so that's bound to be a good sign. many more months of that. I'm really looking forward to that. And the other thing about that is, I may have mentioned it in the past, but as I was going to say to you, Tom, even though you suggest stream or Twitch Tober for the whole month of October, I'll be twitching every single day. That'd be cool, but I can't because this year I'm going to Japan for 3 weeks. I'm going to Japan for 3 weeks with Viv to experience the sights of Beijing and also to spend some time with her parents and her family. So that'll be exciting to meet up with her for the family for the first time. And they speak very little English. Well, no English in terms of the parents. So I need to try and learn a bit of Mandarin. I do know some Mandarin, like including ni hao, which is hello. I want some water. 我想喝水. And Smelly Willy was Cho Gigi. And Panda, Xiong Mao, which is great. I love the word Xiong Mao in terms of Mandarin. But I can't really use these to talk to the parents. I can't go up to them and say, hello, want water, Smelly Willy Panda. That just doesn't make any sense. Wait, did I say Japan? Shit. I'm pretty sure I said China in my head. Oh no, I now know how Jeremy Hunt feels. God, I feel embarrassing. And it's like I didn't have any sympathy for that guy calling his wife Japanese, even though she's Chinese. Or is it the other way around? Oh well, never mind. It's fine. Anyway, let's move on to the next subject matter. So what else has been going on in my life? The important thing is my wrist is now okay. Bit of an update on the wrist. I finally had my MRI scan. And they had an examination of it. And finally, the conclusion is there's nothing wrong with my wrist. It's perfectly mobile, perfectly usable. And there's a slight lump there because of the fact that there's a ganglion, which is perfectly common, apparently. And maybe there's a fracture of a bone. I don't know. But there's nothing wrong with this here. So that's been absolutely fine. I can go back to going to the gym. It says a lot about our relationship. Oh no. Oh no. Why do I keep getting this mixed up? It's almost like I'm not paying attention to what I'm saying as I'm talking, which happens quite a lot in my life. So yeah, my wrist is absolutely fine. And now I can go back to the gym and go back on target with my goal of trying to gain some major muscle so I can cosplay as Bane or the Incredible Hulk or Juggernaut and such. And I was planning to do that for October. That gives me a month. A whole month to gain a tremendous amount of muscle mass and to bulk up. It's not going to happen, is it? Oh, well, never mind. Let's just postpone it to the next year. And the lesson to be learnt here... I did get a bicycle, by the way. The lesson to be learnt here is don't do stupid tricks on your scooter when you're an old man. So that's out of the way. Another thing I've been doing for the past 2 months is I've been playing a lot of games. I've been streaming a lot of games on a weekly basis. And I have been streaming a whole bunch of stuff. So the games I've been playing, which includes Journey on the PlayStation 3, this game I've had for so long, and I finally got around to playing it, and it was quite a cool experience. And PT says, is there any event you were planning on attending a cosplay? I think there was a cosplaying event in September, October, the London one, right? That would have been quite cool to attend. However, failing that, if I keep on track, I should be able to attend the Comic-Con in March. I'm sure there's a Comic-Con in March, which I think is the Liverpool one. And, yeah, the Liverpool one. But these are the two kind of targets which I had in mind. Another thing I could do is just lose weight to be reasonable shape. And then, I've seen this happen before with other people. I could make an entire muscle suit and dress myself up like Venom. It'd be so easy to do. just like get a whole bunch of foam, because like, clearly I'm an expert on the subject, as you could tell from my Thor costume which I wore during the London Marathon. I could do that. I'll make the muscle suit and just put it around, and then I can put on a mask, and I would look amazing. So that's that idea. Yes, the one London cosplay event of the year. That's right. It's almost like I rehearse these. So yeah, that's one idea I could do. So if I can't get gigantically huge within a short amount of time, then I'll make myself gigantically huge in a short amount of time using foam. We'll see how that goes. So back to the games. Journey, which is an interesting game. I'm sure it's more interesting if there were more people playing, but hey, this is one of those things. I played Until Dawn. I played it all the way through, making the worst possible decisions I could make. Worst decisions I could make, so that in the end, everybody got killed. Everybody got killed in the game, and I managed to get a gold trophy, which I think that's my first gold trophy on the PlayStation 4 I've ever gotten, or at least one of the first. Why Venom? Why not Tommy? Mainly because I just love the character Venom. He is one of my favorite comic characters ever, if not my number one hero guy. It's one of those things, which is why, on a side note, it completely broke my heart when the Tom Hardy Venom movie came out, because it was just, in my opinion, done completely and utterly wrong. I've made my thoughts known about that subject. The other thing is, if you talk about Tommy in terms of the Green Ranger or the White Ranger and all that kind of stuff, that might be easier to do, actually. I'll think about that. Along with Until Dawn, I've also been playing a tremendous amount of Crash Team Racing, which, honestly, I was a bit surprised by that. I was actually a bit surprised by that because I wasn't planning to get the game, but Andy Harland was incredibly kind to buy it for me. And so I played it, and I played it, and I played it. And I put the videos out there of me playing it with my girlfriend, me playing with a Tom Mayhew, who's in the chat right now. Say hello, Tom Mayhew. And I've also been playing it with Team RG, Andy Harland, and Michael Bell yesterday on my stream. All these videos will be posted on my YouTube channel. Well, right now, up to the Tom Mayhew Crash Team Racing stuff, that's currently on the stream right now, and that's currently on the YouTube channel right now, youtube.com/GraxBishop. You can go and watch them right now, including a roughly 8-minute highlight video for the best bits. And also give Tom Mayhew a follow. He's a really good guy on YouTube, and you can see some of his comedic work, including some of his up-and-coming Tom Mayhew show that he's going to be touring around places in the UK. So that's pretty cool. And at some point, I will actually be editing the stream, which I did yesterday. I've lost a subscriber since you uploaded those CTR videos. What? Oh well. Grax Bishop cannot be held responsible for the reactions of other people's subscribing or unsubscribing behaviors on the internet. That's in the fine print. You should have read the fine print. PDT. So, and the last thing I want to put up there right now in this edition of What's Going On Grax is something I've been working on. Remember that time, early on in the year, I said I'd be doing these creepypasta narrations and voice acting narration stuff? Well, you'll be happy to know that finally, I've recorded 2 demos. I recorded 2 demos of 2 short stories, and I put them on my YouTube channel right now. These 2 5-minute stories. One of them is called They Say the Serum Would Fix the Evil Within by Dio_Bland_Wine. And the second one is A Scarecrow by William Harham. I think that's his name. And they're all ready to look on my YouTube channel right now. And I'm very excited for doing these things. And the reason why is because it's an idea I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I'm doing it. And I just wanted to see how easy it is to produce something like this and how well it comes out. And it's kind of interesting because those 2 videos I kind of knocked out in like 2 hours each, maybe 3 hours each. And the hardest thing was trying to memorize all the words very, very quickly. And it's been really, and there's one technique which I recently learned of how to memorize scripts relatively easy. There's a whole myriad of different techniques, and stop me if you're bored by me telling you how to learn all these different things, but I'm finding this really fascinating, and this is a skill I actually genuinely need. The technique I learned was to take your script, and once you've read it all the way through, you go and write out the first letter of every single word of the script. I don't like you call it creepypasta rather than creepypasta. That's a fair comment, but that's interesting though. Why is it in pasta and pasta spoken differently around the world? It's like in America, everyone's going creepypasta, and predominantly I listen to American podcast readers and narrators and all this, and they all say pasta in the Americas. Anybody in Italy right now in the chat or in the comment section down below in YouTube, how is it pronounced? Is it pasta or pasta? Wait. I could do a poll on the Twitter. That's a genius idea. All right. Straight after this, or shortly after this stream, I will do a poll to see if it's pronounced pasta or pasta. That is an excellent idea, PDT. Thank you so much for that suggestion. And where was I before? Oh, yeah. So the technique is you write out the first letter of every single word that's in the script. So it's like T-I-L-L-D and all that kind of stuff. You include the punctuation as well. The reason for doing that is because the action of writing out the script helps to retain that information in your mind. And I've tried this. I took a 5-minute script and I wrote out every single one, which takes out the entire page. And I should have kept an example of this on a piece of paper to show you guys. But it actually works. I'm shocked that it actually works relatively well. And you recite it over and over again, reading it out. And you remember more and more and more. And it's really good. I think it's a really good technique. And with a bit more practicing, and I would actually be able to memorize something really quick. And that's super important if I want to be producing all these creepypastas on a regular, quick basis. And the other thing is, those 2 recordings I did before were not that great, but they were able to be tidied up really quickly in terms of cutting, minor special effects, some ambient background music and all that kind of stuff. And even though they were rushed, in all honesty, I think they're pretty good. And this is where I would like a tremendous favor from you all. One thing, I know Tommy Mayhew, you've done this already. Thank you very much for commenting on the video. But for one thing, I would love you to watch it, and I would love you to leave your comments, positive or negative, and I would like you to share it around. I want to know what I can do better and what you did actually like about it. And fundamentally, does this idea work? I mean, I think the answer is yes. Of course, the idea works. Because nobody else is doing it. Not that I can actually see. Nobody else is reciting these stories. They're just reading it out. And whilst they can be good readers, they're not good actors. Can you not get an auto-cue app? You can. You can get an auto-cue app, but the trouble with that is the timing. The auto-cue just kind of runs through straight away. It just runs in a continuous pace, and it's kind of hard to be able to act with these auto-cues. You're just kind of like reading it, and it's hard for me, at least, to try and look natural whilst doing it. And the other biggest problem is the eyes, where you can actually look at it left and right as you're trying to read through the entire script, and that's incredibly noticeable and off-putting. I mean, even with the they say the serum would cure the evil within. I was looking to the corner over there to read the script, and I was able to hide most of it with editing. But no, it's a skill that I would like to have. I would like to be able to memorize a script very, very quickly, so then I could focus on the acting rather than focusing on trying to remember the words. And it's like, well, this is something I've done a few times in the past. Like, for example, 2 years ago when I went up and did the Raymond Bishop show, I spent a good 3-4 months memorizing the entire script. And it was a long script, and it's a long process. And I reckon if I'd learned these techniques properly, I could have, memorized it quicker, did the acting better. And yes, I did do that. And I'm pleased that I memorized it. I don't remember the script now. But I think I can memorize it quicker. And that's the key thing, memorizing things quickly so you can churn out things quickly. Churning out's a horrible word, but producing a lot of content quickly. Hey there, hang on. I completely ruined your name. I'm so sorry. But hello, how are you doing? I am doing very well. Johnny Sins. I don't know who that is. You know what? I'm just going to very quickly check it out. So bear with me one moment. Johnny Sins. Let's see. Johnny Sins, pornographic actor. Okay, I'll take that. I mean, he's thinner than me, and he's more clean-shaven than me, and he's more tan than I am, and he is more muscular than I am to the nth degree, and I'm sure he's got a bigger dick than me, but thank you very much for the compliment. I'm sure it's not going to be a situation if like Viv's in like the corner and I'm here and Johnny Sin's there. It'd be like, oh no, I'm seeing double. I mean, that would be nice. PDT does have a point. That's kind of prejudice. It's like saying that I look like Johnny Sin, looks like Michael Bell, looks like Matt Lucas. We don't look alike at all. It's just because we're bald. But thank you for the compliment of it. Anyway, stick around. So yeah, once I've got this routine round, I'm going to try and record a few more stories. Back to you guys. Please do share this around. I want as many people to see this, and I want to have people tell me if it's good or bad and everything, and I want to get better because I'm focused on this idea. And that's pretty much the end of what's been going on for the past 8 weeks or so, give or take.